You're inside the Mouse Castle with Tim and Anthony. Visit us at themousecastle.com. Follow the Mouse Castle on Facebook and Inside the MC on Twitter. Inside the Mouse Castle is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. Soon, you'll understand why. Here's Tim and Anthony.
Welcome inside the Mouse Castle. I'm Tim Calloway.
And I'm Anthony Reynolds. It is March 8th, 2016.
We are your weekly dose of Disney news, information, and commentary. And what's coming up today, sir?
Marvel characters are headed to Disney California Adventure. Rivers of Light will open next month at Animal Kingdom. And Star Wars The Force Awakens is headed to your home. That's all next, inside the Mouse Castle.
So I'm sure you went rushing out to see Zootopia for the weekend, right?
I didn't, but I just haven't had time. I kind of want to see it.
I kind of was not excited about this movie at all, and now I kind of sort of am. I can be talked into liking a film when it gets a 99% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and then it's turned out to have the biggest opening weekend ever for a Disney animated film.
Even past Frozen?
Even past Frozen.
What?
I know. That's kind of funny, too, because if you look at the numbers, and I pulled them up on Box Office Mojo, Frozen's opening weekend was actually a limited release weekend. So it only took in like a couple of $100,000, but that was just in like a couple of theaters. That said, though, even when it went into wide release, Zootopia still beats it. Zootopia took in $73.7 million. It's the fourth highest March release ever, and it opened stronger than Frozen, stronger than Tangled, than Big Hero 6, than any recent successful Disney film.
That is bananas.
BANANAS.
I kind of realized that this movie had some legs when I would hear people daily having conversations about the Sloth teaser. That clip.
And it was a great clip. I saw that at D23 last year. My biggest worry, though, that was going to be like the funniest bit in the movie. You know how sometimes films will oversell one really good scene. That was my biggest fear. And I'm honestly, I had the hardest time getting excited about this film. But it's like, okay, I'm not going to argue with success. It's getting great reviews. It's making a ton of money at the box office. So yeah, I guess I'll go see it now.
Yeah, I thought it would be a flop, but no. So I'm happy that it's not.
Yeah.
Actually. So
well, yes. So no, I'm always happy that when Disney is successful like that, and this actually is supposed to be a really good movie, unlike Frozen, which I despise. But anyway,
it's like this year is killing off the dead movie season. Because like February we had Deadpool, this month we have this one. I mean, these months are typically crap is released. They're actually being very profitable.
Yeah, and Zootopia, speaking of Deadpool, broke Deadpool's reign at #1 at the box office.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you see Deadpool?
I still have not seen it.
Pretty solid. Stay till the very end.
I shall. It's a Marvel movie. Of course I will stay to the very end.
Yes. Oh, and probably one of my favorite Stan Lee cameos.
Nice.
I even forgot about it. I forgot I was watching Marvel because it wasn't Disney Marvel. And I was like, oh, wait, yeah, that's right. He does one of these things.
Got to see it.
And see Zootopia.
In theaters now.
Now, it just seems like they just opened Superhero HQ.
They did. Which is why this news comes as such a surprise.
They're closing it.
Yes, they are. Why do you think that is?
They're doing something with that space. Star Wars? Star Wars. Doing something with Star Wars?
Could it possibly be Star Wars?
We don't know anything, though, do we?
We don't have anything official. It's a lot of speculation, which, it perfectly fits in for this show because we very rarely go off of actual facts.
We make up everything.
We do, which is the fun part about doing this show.
Yeah, because we don't know if Zootopia even opened, really.
Yeah.
I just thought the story was good.
Yeah, it's okay. But yeah, I guess Superhero HQ is going to close like on April 2nd. And then on April 3rd, Captain America and Spider-Man are going to have a meet and greet set up over at California Adventure.
That's a weird place for them.
Yeah, unless, see, again, speculating, there are future plans there as well. So here's the scenario, at least in my mind. Superhero HQ goes away, and eventually the upstairs of the Star Wars launch bay becomes the preview center for Star Wars Land at Disneyland, and then downstairs stays devoted to past and present films.
That would make sense.
I think that would. I
What
think
else going to go in that blue sky?
Well, yeah, because right now they were in Blue Sky right now over at California Adventure. They were just doing like annual pass holder stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were
AP days?
They were handing out free swag during AP days. Yeah,
I missed that, man.
I got 4 buttons.
Yay!
I'm very happy about this, and recipes.
Ooh.
So yeah. So I don't know what the plan is for Blue Sky, but then what? Again, speculation. What could happen now that we've got Marvel characters moving over to California Adventure? And I did actually post a question on the Disney Parks blog asking for exactly where Captain America and Spider-Man were going to be appearing. And they are going to be near the end of Hollywood Boulevard, not far from the Hyperion Theater. So I'm thinking that's the outdoor meet and greet right there in the corner.
Where Monsters University is?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, they usually
Okay.
do like, Disney Channel characters
Oh,
down at that end.
Oh, just on the street.
I think so. It didn't sound like it was going to be indoors. But as I was getting news of the story, and thank you to our social media goddess, Becky, for actually giving me the alert on this, the first comment from her is Marvel-themed nighttime dance party at DCA.
That'd be pretty rad.
I think it would. I think it's got possibility. Again, this is all speculation, but you've got the Food and Wine Festival taking up space down at that end of DCA weekends in April. That would give them time to prepare a Marvel themed dance party to replace Mad Tea Party, which is closing down at the end of this month. And they would open it just in time for when Captain America Civil War opens on May 6th.
It all fits together.
It all fits together. I have absolutely no facts to back this up, but it sounds really good.
We're just making shit up.
Yes, we are. And we're good at it.
I want them to bring back Tron.
Me too.
I never saw it, and they need to bring it back.
I have pictures. I'll send you pictures.
Ugh, won't be the same. Speaking over at DCA, Jungle Book is going to be having a preview starting on March 18th. That's going to be in the Bugs Life Theater.
Yes.
Yes.
Because A Bug's Life will never, ever return to that theater, is it?
No, and I'm wondering about Muppets at this point.
Yeah.
We've had Muppets in like a year.
We haven't. I know.
Hopefully that comes back though when they open up Frozen the musical.
Yes. Which we'll be talking about a little bit more later.
But yeah, you can go see that starting on preview scenes starting on March 18th. And they also have that going on at Hollywood Studios. That's going to be at in the One Man's Dream part. They're showing just clips. I don't know if it's going to be the same thing.
At Walt Disney World. Yeah, what it sounded like Disney Hollywood Studios kind of got the short end of the stick here, because at California Adventure at the Bugs Life or Bugs Land Theater, they're getting the big preview with all the lighting effects and the whole 9 yards. But at Hollywood Studios in Florida, yeah, they're getting clips. They're going to shoehorn it into Walt Disney One Man's Dream.
That's fine. These movie trailer things just aren't as exciting.
No,
Anyway.
they're not. They're not. I mean, are a lot of people really going to these previews? I mean, sometimes I will catch them if I just happen to be in the park and I've got nothing better to do, I'll be honest. But it's not something I seek out.
No. I mean, every time I've gone to one, there's always been a good amount of people in it, but...
And usually
No.
I've already seen plenty of trailers and previews online anyway, if it's a movie I'm really interested in.
Just you're going there for the bonus of whatever the effects are there.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
it's just a theater showing it, I don't care.
Yes, because I want 3D effects and insects crawling under my butt.
Mm-hmm. I love It's Tough to Be a Bug.
I really dislike that show. I
No,
really
you
do.
do.
Yeah,
I'm a weirdo. I like that one, and I miss Honey, I Shrunk the Audience.
I know that. I would like to see that again. I did enjoy it when I saw it. I would like to
Yeah.
see it again.
They bring back Captain EO. Maybe they'll bring back that. Probably not.
Yeah. No. Maybe if Rick Moranis dies, they'll bring it back. Oh no, I shouldn't have
Oh,
said that. Oh, that was
dude.
awful.
Oh, wow.
That was just
That's
mean.
terrible. He's a national treasure in Canada.
He is. I wish he would get back into acting. I mean,
Maybe-
they tried to talk him into doing a cameo for the new Ghostbusters movie, and he wouldn't even do that.
Wisely, I should say, after I saw that trailer.
That trailer was weak. Oh my. And I
Man.
have no objections in principle to doing a reboot of Ghostbusters or to even have an all-female cast, because the cast is actually pretty good. But yeah, looking at that trailer, oh no.
Yeah, I'm not against the female Ghostbusters. I'm just against Leslie Jones. I don't think she's funny at all, and she's very one-dimensional. And the trailer itself wasn't very funny.
Yeah, see, it didn't make me laugh. It was like, oh, okay, mildly amused smile, I think is the best it got from me.
Ugh. Anyway, over at the Hyperion, Frozen Live at the Hyperion is scheduled to open on May 27th.
Yeah, and that's the actual name of the show. Frozen Live at the Hyperion.
That is a mouthful.
Isn't Frozen Live kind of a contradiction?
Could be.
Walt Disney, Frozen Live. No, I'm not going there.
Underneath Pirates of the Caribbean. But yeah, so they're going to be doing that show. This will also mark the closing of, for the first time in forever, a Frozen sing-along celebration.
Freeing up more room in the Hollywood Studios backlot section of California Adventure.
Yep. So I'm hoping that means Muppets come back,
That would be nice.
even for a spell. So that'd be one good thing that comes out of it. Now, I think I'll see the Frozen musical. I skipped out on the sing-along because I don't want to sing along.
No, people will look at you.
Yeah, what is this man doing here? He is a man, isn't he? I don't know.
He just walked into the theater and he did not have any children with him.
Why is he wearing a trench coat, and why can I see his ankles?
Oh my.
Yes, so I'll catch that. I'm kind of looking forward to see what they do with it.
May,
I liked
May
Aladdin.
27th.
It was dated. Not dated, it was just time for a change.
It was repetitious. It had been there a long time. It wasn't repetitious for me because I never saw it.
Yeah, you never did.
I never did, and I still don't feel bad that I never saw it.
And this will be, when Frozen opens, it'll be a good way for everybody to see what the former cast members at Big Thunder Ranch are up to. Seriously, a lot of those entertainers are in the Frozen thing. That's where they got relocated there. I was talking to one of the guys on the last day of the ranch.
The last day of the ranch.
Yeah, the guy was telling us, oh yeah, everybody got a part. And he was like the only one that didn't.
Oh my, I'm so sorry.
I know, and he was actually really cool.
What do you think he ended up doing?
I don't know, hanging in a closet.
I know, he's just standing in the middle of a construction site. That's all he's doing.
Hey guys, I'm gonna sing another song. Oodalally, ole. Oodalally, there it is.
Oodalale, gale, what a day.
He sang that one. That was kind of fun.
Yes, I like that. That's one of two songs I like from the animated Robin Hood. But
You hate that movie.
I hate that movie. I like some of the songs. I hate the movie. Anyway, last week, the Walt Disney Company had their annual shareholders meeting in Chicago. Why in Chicago, you ask? Well, that's because Chicago is the location of the Walt Disney birthplace. And Bob Iger announced that the Walt Disney Company was going to contribute $250,000 to the restoration project.
Good for them.
I think that's pretty awesome. I really, really do. And this is such a great project. And I've gotten to know the owners of the property, Brent Young and Dina Benedin. They purchased the home a few years back with the intent on doing a full restoration on it. And they also have ambitious plans to open what they're calling the Center for Early Childhood Creativity and Innovation. and quite fitting that it would be in the home where Walt Disney was born. And by the way, that home was built by his father Elias originally and designed by Walt's mother Flora.
How crappy would it be if you go through all this work and you find out he's actually born next door?
Just stop. Just stop right now. No, we are excited about this, and the restoration is going on swimmingly. And what they've done is, like, over the years, I mean, a number of different families. I mean, it's still a residential neighborhood on Tripp Avenue, but a number of different families lived in the home over many decades. So a good deal of the original, construction elements of the building, kind of went away. So the whole purpose is to go back and look at the original plans and to make it look as much as it could have possibly looked like at the time that the Disney family lived there. I mean, they completely rebuilt the front porch, and it looks really, really good.
I'll have to get to Chicago then.
You've got to get to Chicago. Yeah, I need to get there, too.
I need to get to San Francisco, too.
You need to get to San Francisco, yes. You have the ability to go places. You know that, right?
I know, and I wasted my time at Universal last week.
And Harry Potter wasn't even soft
They didn't
open.
even open it. The only saving grace was I met Stacy.
Yes, our friend Stacy. Hi, Stacy.
Hi, Stacy and family.
Yay. Anyway, if you want to find out more about the Walt Disney Birthplace, go to the waltdisneybirthplace.org, and you can find out all about the fundraising programs that are going on and how the restoration is going. And yay, Walt Disney Company, for throwing down the cash.
Stepping up to the plate.
Rivers of Light is the new water show, the nighttime water show that's going to be opening at Disney's Animal Kingdom on April 22nd. We have an opening date now. And on the Disney Parks blog, they posted a short video, just kind of giving you a little tease, a little sneak preview of what it's going to look like. And it is going to, as I think we've noted in previous shows, is going to incorporate a lot of elements that you see like in Fantasmic or in World of Color. So there's going to be the water screens and the laser effects and different things like that. But I kind of like how they're working this all together. And it looks like it's going to have a pretty interesting narrative. It's not going to be like World of Color, which our criticism of it is it's just a clip show with not a whole lot of heart.
I like Mark 1 of it. The new one sucks.
Yeah, see, and this is where you and I disagree, because I actually thought they were starting to get things right with the newer Neil Patrick Harris version. But for Rivers of Light, the whole theme of this nighttime show which is on the Discovery River in the Asia part of Animal Kingdom.
Asia.
It's going to depict an ancient lantern festival guided by two storytellers who are going to call forth animal spirit guides. So says the Disney Parks blog.
That seems interesting. The video looks kind of cool too.
The video looks really cool, and I mean they're taking lighting effects and show effects that we've seen before, but I kind of like the clever ways that they're integrating them to make this show, and it will finally turn Animal Kingdom into more than just a half-day park. There's actually something to do at Animal Kingdom at night.
Need more attractions, though. That's why I'm glad Avatar's opening soon. I'm excited to see how that turns out.
I'm because it's Avatar. I'm not thrilled on Avatar, but I would like to see what Disney does with the Avatar concept. So yeah.
Yep.
So that
really
does
cool
intrigue me. Feel like taking a cruise?
Always, but I never do.
I've been on one cruise in my life, and it was not a Disney Cruise Line cruise.
Was it a booze cruise?
It was. Oh, there's always plenty of booze on a cruise. Otherwise, what's the point of going?
There's no booze in the cruise, you lose.
That's right. You have time to maybe save up some money to get on the new Disney Cruise Line ships, because they're building 2 new ships that are going to launch, one of them in 2021 and the second one in 2023.
That's a long time.
It takes a long time to build one of those massive cruise ships.
Huh.
And they're going to be bigger. They're going to be the biggest ships in the fleet at 135,000 gross tons each, which makes them just a little bit larger than the Disney Cruise Line's newest and biggest ships currently, and that's the Disney Dream and the Disney Fantasy.
almost as big as my mother-in-law.
Ha 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 ha!
Uh,
Yeah, does she have 1,250 guest staterooms?
no,
Okay, because the new
she's fake.
cruise line ships will have that.
Wow.
Anyway, I don't know, that's kind of exciting. I've done one cruise in my life. It was not a Disney cruise, and I really have that on my bucket list of things I need to do. I need to do a Disney cruise one of these days.
I want to do like the Alaska Disney cruise because beaches. I'm not a.
Yeah, you don't like beaches? That's because you have to go around shirtless.
Yeah. I like to wear a shirt when I swim like a fat person.
Yes, and if you go to Alaska, you can wear a parka.
There you go.
Yeah, and no one has to know how terrifying it is underneath that jacket.
And I can be so happy that I'll drink my hot cocoa with two hands.
Very good.
I've always wanted to be that happy. You see them in the commercials, right?
Yes.
Hands, like,
Yeah, and usually got like the little furry hat on too.
Yeah,
and,
something. And
the
they
shoulders are kind of scrunched up. Yeah.
They hover their nose over it a little bit.
That's
One day I'm going
happiness,
to be
my
that
friend.
happy.
That is happiness.
Hashtag happiness goals. Speaking of happiness, Star Wars The Force Awakens is coming out on Blu-ray and digital HD and Disney Movies Anywhere and all that.
Yeah, we kind of knew about that already. It's doing the
Mhm.
digital HD thing on April 1st, and then Blu-ray and DVD on
Who's buying
April 5th.
DVDs?
They still sell them, so somebody's buying them out there.
That's April 5th. So that means it'll be available to legally download by March 30th at least.
Shh. What's interesting though, we knew about the video release, but I guess what's new is there are several retailers that are going to be doing their own special release versions of Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Mhm.
What are your thoughts on that? We had one friend of ours who posted on Facebook this morning, as a matter of fact, how excited he was that these 4 different versions of the Blu-ray release exist, and that he's going to go out and buy all 4. And to me, I find that just kind of annoying. I have pre-ordered my Blu-ray on Amazon, and I'm good.
Yeah, I just need the movie. I mean, as much as special features are cool, I never watch them because I never put things in a DVD player or a Blu-ray player.
Yeah, and really this has more to do with packaging anyway, because like Target is going to have, its own special packaging. Now, the one thing Target's going to have is they are going to have an additional 20 minutes of bonus content, interviews with Daisy Ridley and John Boyega. So that does, I guess, kind of make it a little bit more of an item you got to get.
Eh.
Yeah, okay. The
Don't-
Walmart version comes with BB-8 packaging.
Yeah, unless it comes with a BB-8.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
I don't care about packaging.
And at Best Buy, you can get exclusive steel book packaging.
All right, I guess. I mean,
Alright, which can stop a bullet.
but it can't. But jet fuel can't melt it.
Yeah. Jeez, too soon. And then if you
RTT
purchase
too
it,
soon.
if you purchase it at the Disney store, they will give you some exclusive lithographs while supplies last.
Lithographs, I guess. I don't
We have
know.
250 million lithographs, but only while supplies last.
I know. That is, give me the movie.
Yeah, I
Make
just
me
want to see
happy.
the movie.
You
I
got some deleted scenes? Hey, I'll take some of those.
even
but
on movies that I own, I really rarely go through all the bonus features, which is why I guess so many movies don't have bonus features anymore. It's my fault.
yeah. Well, yeah, they do have deleted scenes, so
They do have deleted scenes. Are they doing? Is there any like director's commentary or anything like that? Is JJ doing anything? I don't see anything in
see
here.
it.
I see, like making of documentaries, different interviews with the cast, how they built some of the creatures, how they shot the snow fight scene, a thing with John Williams. But yeah, I don't see that there's any commentary.
I do notice that the 3D version isn't going to be available on this date. It's coming later.
Huh. How many people though do have 3D on their like home theater?
I think some people do. They don't utilize it though. But if you're gonna be in the buying the the Blu-ray game, I would just go right for the 3D because then you get all the versions of it.
True.
But no, not a lot of people have it.
Mine's already pre-ordered. I'm getting it from Amazon, although I do feel like I'm may get pulled into the Target version just because it's got an extra 20 minutes, man.
Hey.
So anyway, yeah, digital HD and Disney Movies Anywhere April 1st, and in a nice pretty box on April 5th.
I can't wait to watch it.
Again and again and again. How many times have you seen it now?
I saw it 5 times.
Okay, cool.
In theaters.
I just saw it twice.
I caught it the last week. They had it in IMAX here, the good IMAX. And that was so amazing. They're also making, on a different note, a Big Hero 6 TV show on Disney XD.
Not a surprise.
Are we getting a sequel? Have they said anything about that? Like Big Hero 7? Or...
Well, they call it Big Hero 7. I get it. Yeah. And that's kind of interesting. Kind of on a side note, you're talking about sequels. I read an article, I'm going to say it was in Variety. I'm not 100% sure, but they were talking about, especially with this huge opening of Zootopia, this is like the newest version of, this is another golden age for Disney. They're just on such a great run right now, Disney Animation Studios, with the success of Frozen and Tangled and Big Hero 6 and Wreck-It Ralph and now Zootopia. But then you kind of look at Pixar, which, got plenty of accolades and, was very successful with Inside Out, but is kind of stuck in sequel mode right now.
Yeah.
Where you've got Finding Dory coming out. You've got sequels to Cars, sequels to Incredibles. All of those in the works right now. They do have the Day of the Dead one that's going to be an original one that's coming out in a couple of years. But the kind of the point of the article is like, wow, Disney Animation Studios is on a roll, but what's happening to Pixar?
I mean, we got 2 original Pixar movies this year.
That's true, and one of them did not do particularly well.
No, but that was kind of marketing, I think.
I think the problem, The Good Dinosaur wasn't a bad movie. It was just kind of an ordinary movie. There wasn't anything special about it. I mean, obviously you can't always hit a home run like Inside Out, which is just incredibly original and heartfelt and all of that. But The Good Dinosaur was just kind of, okay. I was entertained. I liked it, but it seemed to be a notch below the quality that we typically expect from Pixar films.
Yeah.
So anyway, speaking of that, I don't know if that means that Disney Animation is going to do a Big Hero 6 sequel or not. But they are doing a TV series, and it will be out sometime next year. Speaking of rehashing old material, this is kind of interesting. Disney is going to do a live-action version of the Nutcracker Suite.
Okay.
Yeah,
Why?
that was kind of my reaction too. It's like, all right. Let's see what you can do with it. It's going to be directed by Lasse Hallström, who directed The 100-Foot Journey, Chocolat, The Cider House Rules, and What's Eating Gilbert Grape. So he's got a pretty decent, list of movies here. But they're actually going to title the film The Nutcracker and the Four Realms. It sounds like it's going to be a lot kind of like an Alice in Wonderland type of movie, kind of a Tim Burton-ish, flight of fancy with heavy CG animation. That's where I think they're going with it. Because, you'll still, just like in the original Nutcracker story, you'll still have the young girl Clara who gets a Nutcracker toy gift from her grandfather and then gets transported into this magical world of warring gingerbread soldiers and mice.
Yay.
That's kind of freaky when you really think about it.
I'm already in line.
Yeah. So anyway, we don't have a release date on it yet. You got to figure it's going to be at least a year, possibly longer. But that is yet another rehash of previously created material that Disney is taking on. Except this time it's not their own stuff.
Cool. Nutcracker.
Yeah.
See it, I guess.
Go see it. Yeah. Speaking of horrifying movie concepts,
Disney is doing a High School Musical 4.
Yeah, and now you briefly mentioned it last week. You actually saw the story pop up while we were in the middle of recording, and we didn't have a whole lot of details then, but we have the details now.
Yes, we do. Directed by Jeff Hornaday. Teen Beach movie and Teen Beach 2, so you know it's gonna be good.
Yeah, my granddaughter loves those two movies.
Oh god.
That does not make them good. She's 9.
And they got Dan Berenson and Peter Bear. Oh my god, Dan and Peter are writing it, and they wrote the other movies.
Yeah, Disney's Hannah Montana the movie. That's what Dan Berenson worked on.
Ooh.
Can you believe, though, this kind of stunned me, that it's been 10 years since the first High School Musical.
Has it been 10 years since the first?
Yep. It was 2006.
Wow.
That's kind of terrifying. That makes me feel older than I already am.
God, and High School Musical 3 was in 2008.
And, I actually have a soft spot for High School Musical. I actually really enjoyed the first movie. Second and third movies, not so much, but I was charmed by it. I thought, if you're gonna do a movie like this is how to do it.
I should be in that movie. Hey, casting directors, call me.
Yeah. Oh, and they are doing a massive casting call, I guess.
Ooh.
Looking for performers for the movie. And actually, I'll put the link up on the blog, and you can check that out if you are so inclined, or who have a child who is so inclined. Disney is going to be doing some open casting calls, and we'll have more information on that eventually.
And I'm gonna get cast.
You are as what?
Won't. I don't know. Zac Efron's character.
Zac Efron. Oh, did you see?
Dude is ripped.
My God, they're doing a Baywatch remake. Him and Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
He makes me feel inadequate.
No kidding.
Jesus.
Jeez, yeah. There's a picture of him, both of them totally ripped, flipping giant tires on the beach.
God, he's more muscle than man. So I will not see that movie either.
No, not at all.
Welcome to Inside the Mouse Castle, where we talk about movies Anthony won't see. And that will do it for this edition of Inside the Mouse Castle. Don't forget to visit us at themousecastle.com, on Facebook at facebook.com/themousecastle, and on Twitter at InsideTheMC.
And of course, we're also on Instagram, Tumblr, and Pinterest, and you can subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, and SoundCloud. This week, I'm going to be in San Francisco.
Ooh, San Fran.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be attending the opening of CamFest, which is the Center for Asian American Media. They do an annual film festival that spotlights Asian filmmakers and subject matter. And the movie that's going to be opening the film festival is Tyrus, which is the documentary about Disney legend Tyrus Wong. I had the director of the film, Pamela Tom, on my show a few weeks ago on the Mouse Castle Lounge. And I managed to snag an invite to the film festival.
Nice.
And so I will be schmoozing with different people up there. The screening of Tyrus that I'm going to is actually being presented by the Walt Disney Family Museum and Pixar. So hopefully some of those cool people are going to be there as well. And with any luck at all, that will be the next episode of the Mouse Castle Lounge.
Ooh.
How about that?
Nice.
Yeah. So that's all I got. Are you going anywhere fun?
Going to Disneyland next week for a few days.
Nice.
But no, I got nothing.
That's still upcoming. Okay.
I went to Universal last week. That kind of sucked.
Yeah, I'm sorry. All right. Well, now that we got everybody excited, I guess we'll do this again next time on Inside the Mouse Castle.
See ya.